2.3, day 2, part 3. This is the intermediate value theorem in the red box. I'm going to explain it without reading all that red and go on to what the examples down here is. So let's say we have a cubic function. So it has 3 zeros. And we go out and use synthetic division. And we either evaluate it by plugging in -1 in here or use synthetic division. If I did synthetic division, this would be my remainder. And if I did synthetic division with -2, this would be my remainder. Let's go out and graph it. So we're just going to graph those 2 points, the red and the green one. So we have a point -1, 1. And then we have another point at -2, -3. And it's a continuous function here. All the intermediate value theorem says is this: if you change signs from a positive to a negative or a negative to a positive on the y-axis, then you have a 0 somewhere in between there. In this case, it's somewhere in between -1 and -2. We don't know where for sure. We just know it's going from a positive y to a negative y. So there is a x value somewhere in between x equaling -1 and x equaling -2. That's the intermediate value theorem. So if I give you this example, and this one maybe I'd say is our last example, tell me what the ordered pairs are here. So f of 3 equals 5. What is the ordered pair? 3, 5. If I use synthetic division, what's my k? If I use synthetic division for this red part, what would be my k? 3. What would be my remainder? 5. Okay, let's go over to the blue one. So now f of 6 equals -9. What's the ordered pair there? 6, -9. What is your k for synthetic division? 6. What is your remainder? -9. What does this mean? There is a 0 somewhere between 3 and 5. Somewhere between 3 and 6. There is a 0 somewhere between there because here's 3, 5, and here's 6, -9. There's a 0 somewhere between there. And that's all the intermediate value theorem talks about. Here is your homework for today, focusing on day 2. Reminder also, I asked you to look ahead last week at the review worksheet that I handed out over the long Thanksgiving break. And I said for you to start looking at that, start doing some of the problems. It's highly encouraged because that's what's going to be tested on your final exam time. It's a non-calculator test. I really recommend that you look at those word problems. Do one of each of those word problems. They're very similar to what's on Class Jump. When I said here are some helpful hints on my Class Jump website, go to the downloads page and find those examples. They're very similar to what's on that worksheet. So if you think on your test day you're going to have some word problems look similar to that worksheet, that's out of my Class Jump. Yes, yes, yes. Tomorrow we'll spend the day going over these homework questions and then any questions you have on the worksheet. And if you don't have questions, I'll pick questions for you then to be with you. And that is our day.